So I never would have predicted that I would spend September 11th cheering on the failing health of an old woman. But here we are. So earlier this week, I was working on a script regarding my long-standing prediction that Trump will win in a landslide. And now I really wish I would have released the video before yesterday when it became obvious that Trump is going to win in a landslide. Yesterday was a crippling blow at a very minimum to the Clinton campaign. As you have all probably seen 50 times by now, Hillary could not stand and lost consciousness after abruptly leaving a 9/11 memorial service, then was shoved, unconscious, horizontally into a waiting car. If you follow her shoe, you can see that she was literally dragged lifelessly into the car. The Clinton campaign still maintains that she did not lose consciousness. After resting at Chelsea's apartment, she emerged 90 minutes later. She looked pale and sickly, where she had a cringeworthy photo op with a little girl.
How are you feeling, Secretary?
Feeling great. Feeling great.
What happened?
It's a beautiful day in New York.
Are you alive?
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Madam Secretary, how are you feeling?
Great. I'm feeling great.
What happened?
A few hours later, her personal doctor gave a nonsensical description of her ailments. From the New York Times. Secretary Clinton has been experiencing a cough related to allergies, Dr. Bardak's statement said, adding that on Friday morning, after a prolonged cough, Mrs. Clinton was given a diagnosis of pneumonia. She was put on antibiotics and advised to rest and modify her schedule, Dr. Bardak added. At this morning's event, she became overheated and dehydrated. Dr. Bardak did not indicate what sort of pneumonia Mrs. Clinton had or elaborate on the nature of the examination last week, whether Ms. Clinton had a fever today or a host of other issues that could offer more precise insights about her condition. I found these comments from her doctor absolutely baffling. I'm a layperson, but have doctors in the family and a lot of friends in medicine, so I inquired about Hillary's doctor's statement and her health to a few friends and family. So I asked, Hillary's doctor said she has allergies that caused a cough that caused pneumonia. Allergies don't cause pneumonia, right? Isn't it usually a cold or a flu? Then she said she was put on antibiotics, which leads me to believe she had pneumonia caused by something infectious. Wasn't it unwise to do this photo op with this little kid right after collapsing? And if she has a non-communicable type of pneumonia because it is a symptom of Parkinson's or some other crap, why would they put her on antibiotics? One of my friends responded, who's a well-respected and well-educated physician. So he said, I'm doing a talk in a few, not lots of time, fucking doctors. But she has stroke symptoms and problems swallowing leading to pneumonia can occur. Definitely no kids around for pneumonias. And why she had pneumonia for a month, it's BS. So either Hillary endangered the health of a small child in exchange for a seriously ineffective photo op, or her doctor is lying about the source or nature of her pneumonia. Once again, we are caught between trying to decide if Hillary Clinton is predominantly a sociopath or just a pathological liar. Further, most doctors I have talked to about this have said that all of her symptoms align with a stroke. I'm not really in the Parkinson's camp. I haven't heard that from any physicians I've talked to. But most of them, like my friend here, have noted confusion per the leaked emails and the stumbling and the dry cough. So on that, he said, but yeah, previous clot, confusion per Huma Abedin. That is an unfortunate typo. Neurologic symptoms of stumbling. If she had pneumonia, she would have had a fever. Chills, productive cough. She has a dry cough, which can be asthma, no. Severe GERD, allergies, which they claimed, or chronic aspiration after stroke, which goes along with her abrupt low extremity weakness this weekend. It is becoming more and more obvious that brazen Hillary is used to the old media, where she could hide basically anything from the general public because the media outlets historically have submitted to her. She seems a little bit confused that this analysis of her failing health has overtaken her campaign narrative. It looked to me like she thought the photo op with the child would resolve this health scare almost immediately. Like she doesn't understand that we see everything now unfiltered, and she can't control it. She doesn't know what to do. She's never, ever again going to be able to control it. Keep in mind that the health of a president is no small issue to the American people. Woodrow Wilson was able to conceal a stroke, and his wife effectively ran the government for the remainder of his term. Few people even today know that JFK was a sickly wisp of a man, barely able to walk upright. He also had tons of other health issues. He had Addison's disease. He was likely addicted to opiates. He had debilitating chronic issues caused by gonorrhea and other VD. But hiding these kinds of visible health issues is no longer possible because of the ubiquitous nature of modern technology and surveillance. So Hillary is so egotistical that she thinks that she can conquer this. But maybe she's just really disconnected from reality. I heard Mike Cernovich say yesterday that this is sort of an end-all election because the mainstream media is going to go down with the Democratic Party. And I think this is true. Look at the meteoric rise in alternative media. Cernovich, Stefan Molyneux, Milo Sargon, their viewership often beats out primetime viewership on CNN and MSNBC, and sometimes even Fox. The mainstream media has obviously set fire to their credibility, especially those still going down with the ship. Still, they're now outright misleading the American people in order to elect a candidate that they know is physically and mentally unfit, simply in order to avoid the ego-crushing acquiescence to a Trump presidency that they would experience. They might as well swallow their pride now because not every celebrity or media persona is going to leave the country when he is elected. There should be no crime more frowned upon in journalism than suppressing the release of necessary information to the general public in order to manipulate the public into giving you, the journalist, what you want. The ego's on the lot of you that think that you know what is better for America than real Americans. After this, what retard is going to go to the mainstream media to get their information? So I really believe that we are seeing the Clinton campaign and the mainstream media effectively be dismantled. Perhaps I'm optimistic, but I do not see a way that they will be able to recover their credibility, especially now that a better and more accessible alternative to the media has been established. And a better and more accessible alternative to Hillary has been established. In conjunction with her health issues, which alone disqualify her from holding any public office, she also has committed treason by egregiously compromising our national security, which I've detailed in several videos previously, and I've linked those below. She also pissed off the Sanders camp, so they are not going to turn out for her. And she's a thoroughly establishment candidate, which the American people are finding increasingly unpalatable. People want to be patriotic again. And leftist policies like welcoming waves of non-contributory immigrants hurts the inherently patriotic middle class. Why would they run to the defense of a sickly, lying, treasonous establishment candidate that will damage their livelihoods with her policies? Why would they? And she thinks she owns this voting bloc. In addition to these prohibitively monumental obstacles, Trump is gaining ground with minority voters. I've been saying from the beginning, why would black millennials turn out for an old, crusty, disconnected white lady? Trump is way more appealing to a black voter. He is funny and boisterous, he's charismatic. I expect to see more and more of the black community develop viewpoints like Diamond and Silk.
Hey y'all, so I'm sitting up watching my TV, minding my business, and I see Hillary Rotten Clinton on TV giving a speech.
Yes, I
And you
saw
know
her.
what? I said, you know what? I'm gonna let it go.
You gonna let it go?
But I couldn't let it go.
Couldn't, yeah.
I couldn't shake it loose.
Couldn't shake it.
I could not get it off of
I
me.
understand.
Girl, it was on me.
Yeah.
I got to talk about
Gotta
this
talk
because
about
I
it.
felt insulted. How dare she give a speech like
How
that?
dare
See,
she?
this is exactly what they did.
Yes.
The massa did to the colored people back in the days of slavery, you
Yes.
all. Then come along someone that want to empower the slaves and want to free the slaves
Yes.
and want the slaves to come up. Then you have the slave master with that whip to antagonize
Yes.
and terrify the Negroes back into submission. Yeah. And then out come the KKK,
The KKK.
to keep them into more submission and evoke fear in black people. Yeah, Hillary, this is what you did the other night
Yes.
when you gave that speech.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you something. You are not our slave driver.
That's right.
You don't get to control the black vote.
No, you don't.
get to control black people.
That's right.
And we can vote for whoever we want to vote for.
That's right.
If black people want to come off of that Democratic plantation,
Yes.
they can. You don't own black people. You don't own us.
On top of all of this, we also have reason to believe that we cannot trust polling. And if there's any interest in this, I'll do an entire segment on it, so let me know in the comment section. And even polls that I know have favored Democratic respondents are still showing Trump and Clinton head to head. Hillary is physically and mentally unfit. She cannot make it through a simple press conference, and she will get slaughtered by a healthy, invigorated Trump in the coming debates. Unless something very disruptive happens, I do not see how Clinton can pull through this. All Donald Trump needs to do is stay the course. So thanks for watching, folks. I'm about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so I will post a 10K Q&A in a few days and expect another video this week. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.